Merry belated Christmas! It is midday right now. I am thinking about getting a couple little sewing projects done. So far this morning already, Dan and I went on a breakfast date to IHOP, and came back. We went to Walmart as well, and got a couple things for the sewing project that I want to try to tackle. And then we sent off a package to a friend of mine in Missouri, and then we came back, and Dan is actually currently working on an art project. I'm listening to a NFL podcast, so he's busy painting there. But yeah, we had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas as well. Few fun things that we got. Dan got me this awesome owl book that gives all sorts of information and it has some great pictures in it. So I'm very excited to read through that. Gosh, it's just beautiful. So I've already started reading that. For a Secret Santa for work, my friend Erin got me this amazing Christmas Scotty cookie jar. So I'm thinking about actually making cookies today, so I can put some cookies in it. So he is hanging out up there. I think I want to name him Jacques, but I'm not totally sure yet. And then, also, I got this, which, Dan, can you hold the camera for a second?
Sure.
So I can show them that blanket that I got.
Yep. Can do.
Got this for a Secret Santa from work also, which, it's upside down. And I love fleece fuzzy blankets, and I love Disney, so this made me very happy. And it's huge, and it is warm, and it is wonderful. There's that. And then you can give him a close-up of what you're working on if you want.
Sure.
So what is that exactly?
This is going to be the backing of a shelf that I'm making. It all makes sense when you see it together. There we go.
Suspense.
Yep. That's on board.
Alright, I'm trying to think... a few other Christmas things that we got. My mom sent us a puzzle that we're currently working on. And then I got Dan Far Side collection, and a C.S. Lewis and Tolkien book, Monty Python mug. Trying to think what else there was. Oh! Dan got me this that I'm very excited to try to use. Here it is. It is get this light quick. It is a tripod that I can put you on, so I can be doing things and I don't have to prop you up on cereal boxes. So this is it. Not easy doing this with one hand. So then I will be able to prop you up, and then this is where the phone hooks up, and I just hook it onto there, like that. But this actually, I can either hold it like this, or I can prop it up, and it actually stands up to almost 5 foot tall. So I'm going to be able to do lots of fun things with this, and I think I'm actually going to hook you up to that while I get some stuff put together. But yeah, that's it for now. I think I'm gonna get some lunch in me, and then maybe think about making some cookies. Welcome to Baking Time with Julie. So I've decided I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies, and I'm using my brother-in-law's chocolate chip cookie recipe. I've used it for a while. I really like it. It's very good. Kudos, Steve. So first step is just to assemble all of the ingredients. Alright, now that we have all the ingredients here, we're going to start mixing them together. Okay. And now I have help!
What am I doing?
You're gonna help me bake the cookies. Cook the bakies.
Cook the bakies.
Okay, so
Oh boy, I love
now I
it,
need...
bakey.
Can you actually grab the hand mixer out of there?
Yes, I can. Hold fast, YouTube fellas.
There you go. Move the camera.
Alright, and that's all we need, right? Here?
I think so.
Oh, are you feeling nauseous yet?
Stop it!
Oh, sorry.
You're gonna make my viewers puke.
They'll be fine. Builds character.
Awful. And 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Oh boy. We might be a bit low on brown sugar.
Am I running an errand?
You might be running to Aldi.
Okay.
Intermission. Well, we get the ingredients I should have made sure we had before I started. Alright, well, while we wait for Dan to get back from grabbing more brown sugar, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the other stuff that I got for Christmas. So, there was something over here. Oh, yes. So, Dan also got me a two movie collection of The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under, and it's funny because I grew up only ever watching The Rescuers, and Dan always grew up with The Rescuers Down Under, so I think we'll have fun watching these at some point soon. He also bought me Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, since there is a newer remake coming out. And I do enjoy Agatha Christie murder mysteries. I enjoy murder mysteries in general, but Agatha Christie is very good. So he bought me that because of all of the Agatha Christie books I own, which I own 3 or 4 collection books where each book has, I think, 5 of her mysteries in it. None of them was Murder on the Orient Express. And so I'm able to read that before we watch the movie. Let me see some of the other stuff. It's dark. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Oh, my mom got me this. It is paleo sweets. So it's cookbooks that are paleo safe, and I'm going to be honest, I don't actually know what paleo is exactly. I know it's a certain, like, you cut certain foods out of your diet, but I don't know, or certain things out of your diet, but I don't know exactly what all is cut out, or what you're eating, what you're not eating, so I need to look that up, but this is a very interesting book to look through. And she also got us a photo album. It's very soft, and it has a thing for negatives in it, but this is something I think would be a ton of fun to fill up and to leave on our coffee table, so we could just have awesome photo memories on our coffee table, so when people come over, if they wanted to flip through, they can, or just for us to flip through and look at. But yeah, that's something that you really don't ever see anymore nowadays, is photo albums, because everything is so computerized nowadays that nobody thinks to take a photo and print it off anymore. They just share it on Facebook, or share it on whatever website they have. And then Jamie, one of my bosses at work, got me this for Christmas, and it is beautiful. It says Scripture of the Week, and it has a really nice stand on the back of it too, so you can actually lean it up and look at it like that, and it's a chalkboard, so you can write different scriptures on it each week. So that's really cool. I'm still trying to figure out where exactly I want to put that. But pretty soon here I'm going to need to clean up all of the Christmas things, because Dan and I are going on vacation the first week in January to Alabama to visit some family there, and I'd really like to come home to a clean house, and as much as I love Christmas decorations, I don't think I'm going to want to come home to a house that I have to tear down practically when I get home. So I'm probably going to do all of that before we leave. Oh, and then my mom got Dan this massive bag of whole bean coffee, which is exactly what he asked for. So he is very excited about it. So thank you for that, Mom. But that is about it. Now we just play the waiting game so we can continue making cookies. You wanna be the cameraman? You can be Dan the cameraman. It calls for 2 cups of chocolate chips, but we have all of these different chips. I was thinking about splitting this into fourths and doing like a fourth of the batter being chocolate chips, a fourth of it being mini chocolate, or the mini M&Ms that we have, a fourth of it being peanut butter chips, and then a fourth being something else that's up there. So there.
Does the oven need to be preheated?
Yeah, probably shouldn't it?
I suppose so.
375.
375.
Oh, yeah, we're also supposed to chill the dough for at least 10 minutes. Forgot about that stuff as well. There they are, all cooling on a rack. I just have a towel down so that anything that falls will just, it'll be easier to clean up. And you can see this guy, and actually this one up here. I moved them before they were cooled off enough, and they fell through. So those will be tester cookies. And then Jacques is over here keeping watch, eager to eat them all. But thank you for joining me with baking time with Julie. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Alright, while the cookies are finishing cooling, what I'm working on now is actually a sewing project that I saw a while ago on Facebook, and I saved it, and it was something that I thought would be cool to try. It is a teddy bear pattern made out of baby onesies. I'm not pregnant. And it's very cute, actually. This is the site that I got it on. That's the link right there. But there's these adorable little teddy bears that you can make out of baby onesies. And so she had on her website a free pattern to use, so I went ahead and printed that off. And the last time we were at Goodwill, we picked up a few cute baby onesies that they had so I could experiment with it. But yeah, so that is what I'm going to be working on now. I'm going to try just using one of these to tackle this and just see how a first attempt goes. Update. This is the current progress of the little sewing project I was telling you about. I have both sides. That's the back of the bear and the little template, and then the front of the bear and that template. So I've gone ahead, used this onesie. I used these guys to find out exactly what size I needed. I ironed on some interfacing on the backs of these. I went ahead and cut them down to size. So I have that going, and the next step then is to actually start sewing them together. Alright, so this guy is filled to the brim with cookies, and I still have all of these that do not fit, so I might have to just put them in a baggie for now until we eat those down some. But I have wanted a cookie jar for so long, and it makes me so happy that I can now have one that I can put cookies in. Okay, so this little guy is my first attempt at making these little onesie bears. Alright, so I made a few more modifications. I took a little bit of thread and just sort of did an outline of a nose because I don't really know how to embroider yet, so I can't, like, I don't want to just sit here and hand with a just regular piece of thread the entire nose filled in, so I just did an outline. And then I took just a little bit of white thread and pulled it around the neck nice and tight to kind of give it more of a neck line, if you will, so he wasn't just a potato. But that's what I'm left with. I think it's pretty cute for a first try. But I'm going to look up some more patterns now that I have sort of a basic idea of how to go about this, and see if there's anything else. Oh, and then I did a ladder stitch for the first time to close up that back, and it didn't work out the best. But again, practice makes perfect. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I was getting started on supper. We're making garam masala. Or no, we're making tikka masala using garam masala for supper. And I went to grab out the garam masala and realized I never showed you this. This is something else that we made recently. It is a pull-out pantry. Look at that. So everything there used to be in that cabinet, and now we have all of it here, so that cabinet now has more storage for things that used to be up there. See, look at that massive empty space now. And an empty space up there. So, and all of this now is just hanging out in this tiny little section that we have between the fridge and the wall. And it's adorable. And it's holding basically everything that we need it to hold. And we put our onions and garlic there as well, so we don't have that thing hanging on the wall being ugly. But I don't know, I realized I didn't show that to you guys, and I was like, that's really cool, and I really like this, and Dan made it. Like, I found, again, it was a video I saw on Facebook about how to make this and saving space for tight spaces and making the most of your space. And I had saved it for months, and then I finally showed it to Dan and said, this is something I want to do because it would save a ton of space. And he went, okay, so we went to Home Depot and wrote down everything that we would need and how much it would cost. And when he finished his last assignments, it was right around the time we went to Repticon. It was within days of Repticon, before or after. I was at work, and he used the car because he wanted to get wood for the project that he's painting. And I come home, and this is done. And I was super excited. I thought it would be something we would be tackling, like, over our Christmas break now. But he tackled it all on his own, and I got to fill it full of goodies, and it was wonderful. But I wanted to show you that because I thought it was a very nifty little contraption to use to help fill up space. But yeah, so I was really happy with how it turned out. Thought you guys might be interested to see different ways that we try to make the most of our space when we only have 720 square feet of it to work with. It's after supper now. We've gotten it all cleaned up, and I am currently working on making some popcorn, and Dan is getting a movie ready. We're gonna go ahead and watch The First Rescuers. But that about wraps it up for tonight. That's all we're really going to do. But thank you for joining us today for a little post-Christmas vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Let me know if you did. Leave a like, subscribe. That would help me out a lot, actually. And comment below, all of that fun YouTube stuff. But yeah, I will hopefully see you guys soon.